Chapter 62-61. Jimmy and Nate were both very happy and signed a 10-year employment contract. Jimmy was happy because although he had to go to China to work for 10 years, fortunately, Nate could still pay him an annual salary of $14 million. Even if he could only get 30% of it, it would still be more than $4 million, which was enough to maintain the normal expenses of the family. Nate was happy because he didn't know what this 10-year contract meant. He just felt that the hurdle of Steve Rothschild was over. If Jimmy could help him get closer to Rothschild in the next 10 years, it would be even better. So, both parties completed the signing happily and exchanged the jointly signed contracts. Then, Jimmy stood up and said, "I just got off the plane and didn't have time to go home before coming to the company. My family is still waiting for me. Now that the contract has been signed, I will go back first. I will come to work on time tomorrow." Jimmy did not intend to tell Nate the truth now. He needed to notarize the contract first to ensure that all his rights and interests were protected, and that he had no worries before he could confront Nate. Nate had no idea that there was a huge trap behind Jimmy. Seeing that Jimmy was going to work tomorrow, he hurriedly said with concern, "Jimmy, you must have been very tired on the way back from such a long distance. Why don't you rest for a few more days at home? These few days can be regarded as additional approved paid leave. When you have rested well and adjusted your state, you can come to work in the company." Jimmy said without hesitation, "How can I do this? After all, the company treats me well, and I will definitely not let the company down." Nate was very satisfied with his professional attitude and praised, "Jimmy, you can have this attitude. I believe your future in Ellis will be limitless." Jimmy nodded and said with a smile, "Take good care of me in the next 10 years. Don't worry." Nate nodded and said, "I will definitely fight for more benefits for you in the future. I hope that you can become the highest paid lawyer in the United States in the future." Jimmy said in a fake tone, "I will try my best." Nate patted his shoulder and asked him, "By the way, Jimmy, since you have a good relationship with Mr. Rothschild, can you invite him to the company one day and chat with everyone?" Jimmy said, "Well, to be honest, it may not be convenient. Mr. Rothschild is still in China and he probably won't be able to come back for a while." Nate smiled and said, "It doesn't matter. I know he is in China, otherwise you wouldn't be able to meet each other. What I mean is, after Mr. Rothschild returns to the United States, you can make an appointment with him again." Jimmy suddenly had an idea and said, "How about this? Our law firm happens to go on vacation together at the end of the year. Why not organize all the board members and senior partners to go to China together? I will definitely be able to arrange for Mr. Rothschild to meet with everyone in China. When the time comes, we will organize an internal meeting, and I will definitely find a way to invite him to participate."